Hello and welcome to episode 11 in a series that is exploring the Minecraft server world HurleyAllCraft. In this episode, we're going to be traveling out to the Temple of the End, located in the northwest quadrant of the world. Before hitting the rails, though, we're going to take a look at the map so you can see the series of stations and the general route that we're going to use to get out there. We're going to start the trip here at Brent Station, that's just west of the spawn point for the world. From Brent Station, we're going to head north to Turek Station, and from Turek Station north again up here to Dwinstle Station. Now, from Dwinstle, we're going to head southwest out here to Verdun, and from Verdun Station again northwest to Denell Station, and the Temple of the End is the structure right here. So let me log into my Minecraft client, and we will hit the rails. Wrong one. So let me Turek Station, so we'll need to flip the switch the other direction here. And then again, I'm beginning from Brent Station rather than the spawn point just to save a little bit of time. If you see the Episode 2 and Episode 3, you'll see where Brent Station is in relation to the spawn point itself, in case that you're starting the world fresh. As mentioned in several other episodes, all the rail lines are lit, so there's no problem with us making this journey, even though it's going to be nighttime. And we'll be going through the night for several legs of the trip. Okay, here we are at Turek Station. So we want to go to Dwinstle. I'll need to flip the switch this way. Now, Dwinstle's another one of the older style stations that doesn't follow a fixed plan. So again, if you're trying to create any more stations in the release world, I wouldn't suggest basing your plan off this. There are some further out to the west, in particular Verdun Station and Denell Station that we'll be visiting toward the end of this trip are the standard 11 by 17 layout that we've kind of settled on for a standard railway station, and I would suggest basing your any new additions on those stations. Okay, so here we are at Dwinstle Station. We're going to go to Verdun Station, so we're going to flip the switch. Now, the Temple of the End, it's actually set up around the end itself, and we found it by just doing the typical thing, create an ender eye and throw it and start marching across the world, following it until it doesn't go anywhere else. When you see that you throw the ender eye and it just goes straight up in the air and it drops straight down, then you're on top of the end. Dig down carefully. The ender eye is not it's not too good at being like precisely where you want to drop into the end at. In my case, I came in just about right over the gate, and then I had to kind of resituate the tunnel to go down to it so that it was in a little more appropriate place. So the Temple of the End is really, it's a temple above ground that is kind of built around this this shaft to go down to where we discovered the end. As I mentioned in episode 1 of this series, the Temple of the End is not in the original release. It's one of the additions that we've put in the last year. So unless you've grabbed release 2, you won't actually be able to see this. Okay, here we are at Verdun Station, so we're going to go to Denell Station. Now you notice we're actually going to be going out this time on the single rail. So this is a bit interesting. What's happened here is I actually built rail lines out to the west and then started to, oh, what happened? Started to circle back around. And so, again, it does hold up to that, what I said in episode 3, that if you go out on a single rail line and you keep going that way, you will eventually get back to the origin. But I also said that there's no guarantee that it's going to be the most efficient means to get back. In this case, if you were to take the single rail line all the way around, it will get you back. It will just take you all the way out west and kind of circle back around to get back to the origin. Again, if you don't know where you are, at least something is better than nothing. So I've got to wait for my character to settle down. We'll give it one more shot to get up the incline there. I don't know why that it's being disagreeable today. Every so often you'll notice that some of these rail lines, they'll stick for some reason. It doesn't seem to matter how that you engineer them. They just, every so often, sometimes one of them just won't work. It's possible it has to do with some lag on my machine in running the video capture software and the game client. It's one of the reasons I've been trying to run the game client off the server. And see, there we go. Trying to reduce as much load on the machine as possible so we don't see just very funny things that shouldn't happen if you just get the world and you're playing with the client. Go figure. Inconsistency. Okay, as we start going down this line here, you should see the Temple of the End off to the left. I'm assuming the rendering's going to catch up. Well, there's the walkway out to it. Alright, well, this will be the walkway. You'll see it soon enough. Then I guess the rendering's not going to keep up with the speed of the rail card here. In passing, so I'd mentioned in episode 6, the NPC city episode, that there were more than one NPC city. Here's one of the desert-based versions here. There's actually 2 more that we know of that are out. Well, 2 more that are easily reachable by rail that are out to the east. And then there's another 2, I believe, that are up to the north of this station here that are not accessible by rail, and you would need to go tracking through the woods to go find them. You can see them on a map of this world if you open it up. Either, I don't know if you can see them on the Minecraft world map that has the Google layout, but certainly Minotaur would show them to you. Okay, so leaving Denell Station here, we're going to take this walkway, which is lit. So if you were coming out here at night, there's some possibility that you can encounter some aggressive mobs here that might follow you under the walkway. But there shouldn't be any mobs that generate on the walkway itself. This was built just to make it a little bit more convenient to find your way out to the temple, especially if, you know, it's the same situation that I just was, where you didn't even see it rendering. You just head right past it on the rail line and never realize it was there. There you go. You can see it coming up here to the right. And so this is probably one of the smaller temples that we've built. We didn't create anything massive for this. We've got a star of glowstone up here on the top. It's ringed. In this case, the temple's protected by metal doors. So there's a button on either side, here and here. And there's 4 doors, one on each side. So I can get in before it closes. Fortunately, with with activator controlled mechanisms, you got to be quick. Okay, so we're in. We've got kind of a water pool around it. We've got some of the flowing lava supports on the outside. And then as the glowstone shows you, this would be the central instance, or the central entrance to get down to the end. So here we go. So this is all glassed in. There's a couple of caves we're punching through on the way down here. Again, that was to make sure that mobs couldn't actually attack you or fall down the ladder to get to you. The end is right there. We'll take a look at what's around it real quick before we head over there. So this is right in the middle of a cave. And so what I did was I glassed it in. I added some walls. If you want to get out into the cave itself, there's various doors that you can go through to get into it for exploring. Nobody's gone through and mined anything. The only thing that we've done is just wall in this area here. There's another door over here if you want to go into this part of the cave. Yeah, there's a chest here. I think whatever was in it originally is still in it. Yeah, that was what was in it. And then the end itself. So let me go back here around the corner. I'm not going to jump into the end. If I do, I think I can get back. Okay, so here we are. And we've already activated it with the Ender Eyes. So if you want to go in there and face the Ender Dragon, all you got to do is jump in. Okay, well that is it for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you would like to get a copy of this world so you can play it yourself and go into the end and visit the Ender Dragon, the map is freely available from MinecraftWorldMap.com, and the name of the map is HurleyAllCraft. Thanks for your time.